What is up, good people? Crypto Prepper here, and today is Tuesday, January 6th, 2025. So today we're going to go through our list and continue on setting up bots on these mid-cap coins, I guess you might call them. So we're going to skip a couple of these Hyperliquid and Unis said Leo, and we did Monero last time, but Monero since dropped, so now Zcash is up on the running. So let's head back over to our bitsgap platform. And before we get started on that, I just wanted to give you a quick update on the specific of the live account, where yesterday we were having an issue with Kraken on this XRP USD bot, how didn't um, it didn't buy and sell right away. So you can see it bought here and it sold, but then we had that issue where it said status base order, and it didn't end up buying until all the way up here, which was kind of stupid, but it did correct itself, so that's all that really matters. And yeah, I'm at a few bucks because of it, but oh well. And you can see that it's since purchased a couple more, whatever you would call them, batches and and whatnot. So anyway, that issue corrected itself. And so now we're heading back over to demo mode to set up that Zcash bot. So just like always, we're going to go to Start Bot, choose our DCA. We've got Coinbase already listed here as the exchange. Type in ZEC, and choose our pairing. Looks like just do USD. Okay, so let's see here. Zcash had quite an exciting um, Q4 here. Wow. Zoop. Anyway, so what we'll do is we're going to um, try to back test to this. Because it's only been not even 2 months since it's reached its all-time high and quite a bit of activity. So, like always, we will start out with 1,000 here. Go down to manual adjustment, change our base order to 3125, 968.75 being the remaining for averaging orders. We're going to start out with our 5 averaging orders quantity and our 5 percentage averaging orders step. So each step is 5% away. Oh, there we go. Step multiplier off. So that changes it a little bit from the chart there. Price change, take profit percentage at 5, and make sure our risk management pump dump protection is turned off. So let's start, oops, not August. We'll go back to November 16th, and that was only 51 days ago. So we're going to do a back test on these settings and see what they produced. So 16.46%. And if we would have set it up on the 16th, I don't like to see this bit of naked chart here because it means we got out of range and didn't have any more USD to deploy on the rest of these orders, and it would have been nice to capitalize on this other one. So let's take go to bot settings and take our averaging step percent to 6. So you saw how that changed the space between these and will allow us to take more advantage of those dips. Okay, so even with that, we still didn't get to take advantage of that. And we have a lower return. So let's see what 7 gives us. Okay, well, we went from November 30th December 11th, which still isn't bad, it's 2 weeks before it took profit, sold and took profit, but it would have been a nice hefty profit. Let's go see. So on the December 11th, so you would have seen some payments, it purchased all the way down, came back up and sold, purchased again, sold, purchased, sold, purchased, sold, purchased, purchased, sold, and so on. So, you know, start out with $1,000 and 2 months later have $92 for doing nothing except for setting up this bot. You can't beat that. So December, um, December 11th, here we go, 49.87. So almost half of your total profit you saw after having to wait a couple weeks. So not too bad, not too bad. Otherwise, it was just $1.55 here, $1.55, but just it obviously adds up time after time. So see. Let's see. Let's do a step of half steps. See what that gives us. 16. Still have that window between November 30th. I don't know if we'll be able to get away from that window to December 9th, so we didn't have to wait as long that time. And got a really nice return here, 16.55%. $165 in 2 months for doing nothing except for setting the bot up with $1,000. And then let's do a back test on the year and see what we come up with. This should be pretty impressive based on the move that it went, but we'll see. Especially in Q4, if we started it here, that would be pretty interesting too. But you're never gonna buy it right before it pumps. You're gonna buy it right before it dumps. So that's where these bots, really help you out. So wow, 118%. But of course, oh wow, okay. Of course, there's a lot of activity there. Even all the way back through here, when nobody was talking about Zcash, we had a little window between February 2nd and March 1st. So had to go a month without seeing any action, but they're not bad at all. A lot of action. And I'm going to, just for fun, of course, if you would have bought it here at 38 bucks, and you're never going to buy it at the bottom and sell it at the top. But I don't even know what percentage that is. Oh, here we go. Let's use our uh, little tools here. Yeah, so you're never gonna um well, I shouldn't say never, but you're very unlikely to buy that bottom and sell the top and get that 13,000% gain in what, a month. Nobody's, to be able to do that over and over again, that's not gonna happen. So 118%. So now you started out with $1,000. Now you have $2,188, and you let the bot handle all the heavy lifting and take all the emotion out of it. So that's where the advantage of these bots comes in. But I'm going to do, just for fun, I'm going to do a back test only from January to September before it really moved. So January to September, let's see. So let's see. Just, okay, so yeah, we'll do this. January to September. What did I say? September 20 something. Let's see. Yeah, so September 30th. So what did I choose it at here? September 24th. We can bump that up to the 29th. Okay, so 267 days after, nobody talking about Zcash and it's not really doing anything when you look at this chart. Um, oops. Oh, shoot. I don't want to start the bot. We'll do a back test. So 41% even before it got crazy. So that's pretty impressive because it doesn't look like it did anything. It didn't do anything. Well, it did, but it didn't look like it based on that chart for that first 9 months of the year, 260 some odd days. So crazy that you can get that type of return for a coin that doesn't seemingly do anything and nobody's talking about it until people are so all of a sudden talking about it and then it rockets up. But all right, so there you have it. 118% gain, which yes, in this case, we do have where, of course, if you're going to be able to buy the bottom and sell the top, you're going to get 13,000%. But the chances of you doing that are really damn low. Uh, uh, uh. Somehow my internet just stopped, which I'll take that as a sign to go ahead and end the video. So if you like this content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and leave your favorite coin in the comments. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one. Is it going to let me in?